Welcome to Mr. Giant Reacts a Ting and Ting and Ting. I'm Mr. Giant, and today we're going to be watching what Scottish people think about Americans. You know what I mean? I know what I think, but it's nice to see what other countries think, and I kind of know what Caribbean people think, what South American people think, what African think, but let me see what these Scottish people think. Let's YouTube and simmer.
James here, and today I'm in Edinburgh, Scotland. Now, it's
Edinburgh.
no secret that everybody in the world loves Americans, so let's take to the streets and find out what Scottish people think about Americans.
Let's do it. Rhythm Agwan.
Now, I've never been to America, but I've served with the American forces alongside because I used to be in the British Army.
Went for 2 weeks with my family. I liked it.
No, I haven't.
No?
Not yet.
Once. That was last year.
Yeah.
Yes?
No.
No?
Yes.
Yes, okay.
No, I've not.
Yes.
Yep, we've been to New York, and we've been to Florida on holiday.
Yes, but 7 times. Yeah, I've been twice.
Yeah, I have. I went last year.
Okay, and have you ever been?
Yeah.
They seem to come here a lot more than you go there, or than Americans
No,
go
Rob
there.
and I think what you think about your own president, Donald Trump, is the only president that I know to who says if he's going to do something, he does it.
It's an alright country.
Yeah, so we do enjoy going to America, yeah.
Crowded. Very busy. The fashion icons as well. Everyone has brands.
Oh, overall, it's
Now, the thing about America being very busy, that's because you went to the big cities. Because where I am ain't busy at all. I could walk on the street right now and there's nobody out there. It's not that busy. Some days it is and some days it isn't. But it's not the New York type of busy. And I've been to big cities. I've lived in Nashville. I've lived in New York. I've lived in Michigan, Detroit to be exact. Now, those are some busy places. Here, really laid back. And that's one of the things that sort of caught me off guard when I came to America, because when you see it in the movies, or when people from Grenada came to visit America, they went to the big cities and it's, oh, it's so busy. And then I ended up in a place called Williamsburg, Kentucky. That was a little itty bitty place. It was small. There was nothing going on, like nothing. It's so small there, man. Stuff closed down in the summer when the students left town because the college was everything there. So yeah, they just went where, and that's why I tell people, when you travel, go to a small place too, because that's where you're gonna find the real people. You know what I mean? Because you could go to a big city anyway. Paris is big, Bucharest is big. What else? Toronto is big. Go to a small area. Go to a little outskirt area, a little rural area, a little small town that's very homey and stuff. Go check that out when you travel.
I certainly approve of America. Some of the policies of your government are a bit strange, but there's nothing wrong with Americans.
It's cool.
It's cool, alright.
Diverse. Like, you can't just describe it with a few words.
All right, let's see what they like.
the ultimate what I like about America is your cars, your classic American cars.
All the shops.
Got to be the food, I think.
The food.
Everything's a lot bigger in America, I think, over here. Especially McDonald's and stuff. That's
McDonald's, bruh. McDonald's. He said McDonald's. Really, dude? Maybe, do they have McDonald's in Scotland? For him to say McDonald's, I mean, that's the last thing I'd eat. I'm sorry, man. I don't need to bust up McDonald's, but no. No. I used to eat it back in the 90s, but mainly the salads, because I just don't like all that meat and all that grease and all of that. I'm not saying it's not good. A lot of people eat it. It must be good, but it ain't good for me, I can tell you that.
why I like America.
Is that
New York.
New York? Okay.
The food, because they've got they're completely different from what we have in Scotland.
Okay.
They're much bigger. Probably shops.
The food here is mainly the portions that are huge too. Get some huge portions, boy. People sit down on the plates. There's a kid at work. He goes to eat, and he's got like a bag of chips, about 15 chicken nuggets, and it's the big kind of chicken nuggets, not the little kind. You know what I mean? And then he drinks a protein shake, and but he's not really a bodybuilder. He just eats a lot. And the food here, I don't eat it much because I don't cook with oil. I cook with olive oil. I don't use salt very often. A little bit of sea salt, pink sea salt. My stuff has got to have some seasonings and spices in it, and not the hot type of spices. You know, just nice. Just a little bit of hotness to it, you know what I mean? Is the food bland here? It depends on what you eat. And I'll be honest with you, every once in a while I eat one of them greasy old pizzas from here. I mean, come on now, you know, every once in a while, you know, it could be addictive, and I could understand why my man liked the McDonald's food. That stuff could be addictive. That's one reason why I don't even attempt to eat that stuff.
The people, like the people. The shopping.
The food. It's so much more like, oh, it's bad for you. But that's the good thing about it. It tastes so good, but it's bigger portions as well.
The service you get in restaurants and bars and clubs, it's always first class. They open.
Very, very good service, I think you get.
Yeah.
You know, you
Compared
get
to the British
compared
service.
to British service, I think Americans have got that. It's just, yeah.
I like the accent.
The accent.
The food.
The food, okay.
Just like the big cities and obviously like the big buildings and stuff like that, like it's just really nice like to go around and explore.
Well, we owe the Americans a great gratitude for the work, for what they did in the wars, particularly the Second World War. Obviously, without the Americans, Europe would have been sunk. So we owe a massive gratitude to the Americans.
The subway. The subway was good. It was like, it's like London, but it's with like air conditioning.
I lived in New York for 2 years, and I wasn't a fan of the subway because I don't like being borrowed. You know, I feel like a mole borrowed into under the ground there, and I try anything, but you know, New York is a busy place, and you know, the subways. Now, granted, I want to visit places where the subways are busy, you know, like Japan and stuff. I see the subway where everybody's just crammed in and stuff like that. I'm assuming it's like that. But then again, I'm assuming it's not, because everything that I assumed about America, a lot of it wasn't as I foresee it to be when I came here. The subway was an experience. I wish I had explored it more on my leisure time. I just used it to get to and from work because I lived in Brooklyn and I had to take the subway to Manhattan because I worked at a store in Manhattan, on Broadway to be exact, for a while. I wasn't, and I didn't see a whole lot of crime there. I guess it was a sort of pseudo mugging where this guy was sleeping. My man fell asleep on the bloody subway, right? And this one kid stand next to the door, and he was sitting right next to the door too. And he had his bag on his lap, and he was just sleeping. And some kid just waited until the subway doors opened, and he grabbed that bag and he took off. Boy, dude still didn't wake up. He probably didn't realize his bag is gone until he went home. I didn't see any fighting on the subway. I didn't see anybody act crazy on the subway. I didn't really feel endangered on the subway there like you would see in movies and stuff. Oh, the subway is bad, this is happening there and all of that. I didn't really feel unsafe there. I have to be honest. I ain't gonna say, oh, the subway, man, it's crazy. It wasn't that crazy. It was just a mode of transportation to get to and from work. You know, same thing with the buses too, you know. I didn't really see a whole lot of crazy stuff there.
Actually better.
How busy it was. Like everybody always moving in that.
Alright, let's hear what they're gonna say here.
I think you've gone laws.
Trump?
Okay,
Sorry, this may offend you, but gotta be the accents. I'm sorry, but
Yeah, sorry.
No guns because people just go into schools. I think that's alright.
Oh, I think it's your president, Donald Trump.
Ooh,
He's a disruptor.
that's two.
He is no real agenda. He's a bully. He's not achieving anything. He's just going his own way and not thinking through any detail about his policies.
probably the crowdiness, because you couldn't move in New York. It was so cramped, so tight. And it was really busy. So.
Okay.
Definitely Trump.
3,
Trump.
The
4.
guns and that.
Both of them. Guns, probably. Guns is the most.
Guns and Trump. Okay.
At the moment, it's Trump. I know everyone's probably
A
saying
popular. Yep.
I think you'll maybe get this response quite a lot, and it's Donald Trump.
Donald Trump.
Okay, actually made a declaration that I will not visit visit America as long as Donald Trump is at the helm of America.
Yeah, don't really agree with the gun laws either. I think that needs to change.
Yep.
I mean, we have violence here like every other city, but it reaches a different level, doesn't it? And our son studied in America for a while and found it very strange that you could go into Walmart and you couldn't have a beer, but you could buy a gun.
Yeah. I'm from a country where there's not a whole lot of guns there too. And let me tell you a couple of stories, okay? And this is why I think all these guns thing is just crazy. Where I work, I was in a parking lot getting carts, and 2 guys pull up alongside each other. They started yelling, screaming. I don't know what it was. Nobody was driving crazy. Nobody was blocking anybody. They just started yelling at each other. The one guy that was coming in, he went and he parked. The other guy drove around, and I thought he left. So I went up to the other dude because I know him. He played basketball at the college just down the street here. He's like 6'9", 6'10". And I was like, what happened, man? And he said, I don't know, man. Dude just started yelling at me and stuff like that. But then I looked down to the other side of the parking lot and I noticed the guy is like fiddling with something, you know what I mean? And then I don't know why he stopped, got back into his car and left. And a couple of the people in the parking lot said, man, he had a gun. For an argument over what I considered nothing, because nothing really happened. If you want to yell at each other and move on. Don't yell at each other at all. It's not that big a deal. Nothing is that important that you have to scream and stuff. People are always like, you disrespect me. If I don't know you and you disrespect me, I don't care. And the reason why I don't care is because I probably will never see you again. So you're insignificant, right? Another story about the gun thing, you know what I mean? I saw a guy came into the store one time and he had 2 guns, one in like a double holster type guns. No, okay, he's got guns, but he also was holding a baby. And as he's walking, the baby's little foot, and the baby looked like, good Lord, almost maybe a year old. And as he's walking, the baby's feet is just kicking the butt of the gun. And I'm like, man. They'll give guns to anybody, like anybody. They'll give guns to. It's crazy, you know what I mean? And they always say, well, guns don't kill people, people do. True. But people with guns is who kill people. You don't have the guns, you might get slapped up or punched out, or, they might try to stab you or something like that. And, all of that is not right. But you're probably more apt to survive a punch up. But then again, man, I've seen them swarm people when they hit the ground and they knock out, they still jump on them. I don't know, man. But the gun thing, I didn't even let my son have toy guns, man, because because of the revolutions and the war back home and the invasion. I saw what guns could do, so no, thank you.
Right.
Find that quite scary.
And I've actually got my pal there just actually got mugged.
Really?
Yeah.
In New York, somebody got mugged. Okay. So muggers, bad.
Probably the lightning. So it was quite scary, yeah.
The lightning is scary up
that
here.
here, it's like
it's light rain and
light rain. It's not bad.
What do you think about the American accent? Let's hear it.
American accents, yay or nay?
Yay, for when I went. There's so many different accents though, I know quite a few different American people, so.
You always hear them before you see them.
It can be irritating sometimes, definitely.
Yep, they're pretty loud. I have a friend, she's like 5'1", and I'm telling you, man. But I guess it depends on who is loud, because how loud don't really bother me none. But yeah, you could hear her for a mile. I could always know when she's in a room because I could hear her talking. But she laughs loud too, and that's kind of cool. I don't mind when people laugh loud, because I have a loud laugher myself too, but I'm also a very quiet talker. I'm 7'1", so I try not to bring attention to myself very much. But, oh yeah, talk loud, the bikes are loud, they like loud cars. Here's a situation, here's a story. I was at a party and it was international students, right? People from Japan, people from China, some from Arabian countries and all of that, you know, just different countries. And we were just having conversations and stuff, no loud music, no hootenanny going on and nothing like that. Hootenanny is going on. And all of a sudden you hear, whoa, whoa. I mean, everybody just stopped talking and looking around, well, who is doing that, you know what I mean? And here comes this American kid with his hat backwards and he's like, where's the music? Where's the music? Let's turn this up. Whoa. He's just screaming and everybody's just like, whoa, you know, that dude's loud, you know what I mean? Yeah, I'm very loud talkers and thing, you know. I guess I'm used to it now. And it depends on who is talking loud and why they're talking loud. Very loud.
But I like it. I like America. Like, I like the people. It's just like their accent's pretty annoying.
I think the American accent is easy to understand, and obviously it varies from state to state. And I think we watch so much American television, most children end up trying to speak an American accent.
Not just state to state, sort of. Sometimes city block to city block. I'll give you an example. I live in a place called Huntington, West Virginia. About 5-10 minutes drive down the road is Wayne County. Totally different accent. Here it's like a kind of a mixture of northern and country. Same thing as in Ohio. Down there though, they don't say right, they say right. They don't say like, they say like. See, I have to twist my whole face up just to get it. I can't do it, man. I can't do it. I've been living here off and on since 1988. So I've lived in different states in between the time. And I have not picked up anything of the accent here at all. I just can't. Every once in a while I joke around about it, but I can't talk like them. I like it though. I like the accent though. And it's a strange thing because in Eastern Kentucky, where my ex-wife is from, their accent and their words are sort of like Old English, sort of. There's an Old English tint to it. It's kind of interesting, you know. I find it personally, I find it kind of exotic. For some reason though, a lot of people here with that accent hate the accent and they try to change it, and that's because of how they are portrayed in movies and stuff like that, that if you have that accent, you're not educated or you're not smart, which is a bold-faced lie, because there are a lot of people who sung like that with college degrees and higher level college degrees at that. Really smart people.
Accent actually.
Right.
But I find it easy to understand. I think with us being Scottish, a lot of people don't understand Scottish people.
That's
Yes,
hard,
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do speak fast,
We're very
and
quick.
so we do have to slow down when we're speaking to foreigners, not just Americans. But
Right.
I think the southern accent becomes a bit more grating
Very
on
drawly.
grating on the.
Yeah.
I like it.
But overall, I've no issues with American accent. I do quite like it. Yeah.
I like it, yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I like it. It's quite like twangy, is that a word? But like, I like it, yeah.
Small doses, I don't mind that. But it's just a bit nips at your ear.
Okay, let's see how you all do.
Hi, my name is Dave, and I'd like a big fries and a burger.
Yeah.
So my name is Caitlin. Can I get a hamburger?
Hello, my name is Mikey. Can I get a hamburger?
What's up with the hamburger
My
thing?
name's Harry. You want to go get a burger or something?
What's up with the hamburger?
Good morning, America.
Can I get a hamburger?
Hi, I'm Carolyn, and I love Pepsi.
Okay.
Hi,
She's
I'm
good.
Danny. I'll have a jumbo hot dog, thank you.
Yeah, dude, that'll be $40.
Oh, my name is Eve. Can I get a hamburger?
What's up with the hamburger thing?
Ma'am? My name is Abby. Can I have a burger with ketchup?
Brian, can I please have ketchup on my burger?
I'm from New York and I want a hot dog.
Howdy, partner.
Oh, she's been watching too much movies.
Hi, partner. You gonna give me a hot dog?
I think I got the last bit right.
That's all right. That's all right. Appreciate you doing this.
Oh man, I enjoyed that. That was pretty good. It's a nice little laugh to get today and take, you know what I mean? I'll leave a link in the description for this video, and I'll also leave links for similar videos so y'all could keep watching. You understand what I mean? Keep watching with us and take, you know? And listen, man, y'all take care of each other, alright? Cool runnings.